Hi and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Mawanda Edmond, and in this tutorial I'm going to demonstrate how we can create and award a digital badge in Moodle Learning Management System. Now, this video builds on the previous one where we created an interactive H5P image hotspot that enabled our learners to identify the major components of a residential building. So if you've not yet watched this, I encourage you to visit this channel and complete it fast. Now, digital badges are a powerful way of recognizing learner achievement, motivating them, and supporting competence-based training in Tvet. We can award badges for completing a course, achieving a specific goal, or demonstrating a specific competence. Okay, so why should we award badges? Now, on my screen here is a sample of a badge that I've prepared. There's another one here. So I've said badges are one way of, motivating learners. They encourage learners to complete specific assignments and tasks, and then they also provide recognition. Let us demonstrate how we can have a badge created in Moodle Learning Management System. Step number one, the site admin has to make sure completion tracking is enabled. So we shall go to site admin and check if our tracking is enabled. Okay, so you go to site admin under advanced features, then enable tracking, enable completion tracking. So it is fine. Then we go to our course. We go to our course. For my case, I have our course here, building construction. We go to my course, building construction, and under settings, I also enable completion tracking. Completion tracking, yes, enable completion tracking. Then I save and display. Now, after that, I will configure. So after enabling my course completion tracking, the next is to create our activity. So I want to believe by now we all know how we can create activities in Moodle LMS, but in case you're not very sure, a friend of mine, Opolot Deogratius, has a channel that has very important tutorials on how we can create activities and quizzes in Moodle. So look out for that channel to learn more. Okay, so the assumption is we have the activity. I'll come to the settings of the activity. Okay, and then I want to look at the completion conditions, and I add a requirement that someone must receive a grade, in this activity. The grade, I've already set it just 2 because I put very few questions. Okay, so if that one is complete, the next one is to create the badge. So how do we create the badge? Okay, so now to add a badge to our course, we shall come to course. Under more, we have badges. Okay, so there are no badges available for users to earn right now. We go and we add a new badge. So we give it a name. I'll say building component identification. Then the version of my badge is version 1. The language, English. Description. So what does this badge represent? I'll say it is awarded for successfully identifying and explaining the major building components. But still, this would depend on you, how you'd want to describe it. But of course, it should be related to the activity you've set. Then the image, you now have to choose the image that will work as your badge. So you need to prepare this before. You could use an AI tool, or if you're good in graphics, you could use any software to design a badge. Okay, so go on and choose the image that will work as your badge. Okay, so I have it. How do I want to save it? Building components badge. And with authoring, I'll put maybe UTC Lila. Then I upload. Okay, the caption, building components badge. Building components badge. Issuer with issuing Uganda Technical College Lila. Uganda Technical College Lila. Email, it's optional. Expiry, this depends on how you want it. Is this badge going to expire? Okay, or it will never expire. So you choose, and then I create the badge. Okay, good. So I have my badge here. We are almost getting done. The criteria for this badge have not yet been set. So we must set a criteria for one to earn this badge. Okay, so we shall come and choose the criteria. Is this badge going to be issued by role? When someone completes a course, when someone completes a competence, an activity, for mine, I'll go for activity completion. Okay, so you see now, when I choose activity completion, they are going to list for me all the activities I have. Okay, but for this specific badge, it is for building component identification. This. So I'm saying someone will earn this badge if they complete this activity. I can enable the date, but I want to leave it open. Okay. So this criteria is complete when all of the selected activities are complete or any. So I'll go for all the selected activities are complete. So I could award it if maybe more than one activities are complete, but for this case, it's only one. Then the description, I will still maybe maintain awarded for successfully identifying and explaining the major building components. Then after that, I'll save. Okay. After saving, they are saying the criteria for this badge has been successfully, set. in case you wanted maybe to change. If you wanted to change, you go on and you edit. Okay, so the following activity has to be completed. The name of the activity is here. Now we need to enable this badge, okay, by clicking enable access. Okay, so I think that's it. We've enabled. Now let the student go and attempt that assignment. So I have my student account here. So this is the student attempt quiz. Number 1, which component transfers the building load? Before we come to this, see the instructions. After exploring the building diagram and its hotspots, in the beginning I say this activity builds upon the last activity we did about image hotspots. So the instructions are clear. Review the building diagram and answer the following questions. So this is the student now answering. Which component transfers the building to the ground? I will think it's foundation, right? Okay, then I'll click. That one is done. I'll click next question. DPC prevents moisture from rising into valleys. I think this is true. Then I finish attempt. Let me see how I've performed. Submit. Okay. Yes, so I've hit the required mark, 2 out of 2. Then I finish reviewing. Okay. And now, if I come to, you can see a notification here. Congs, you just earned a badge. Okay. So it means I have earned my badge and it is here. Building component identification badge awarded to name of the student, the date, the course, the criteria, etc. So the student can download this badge and save it, or when the student comes to their profile, they should be able to see all the badges earned. Okay, so you could twist this and make it a little more fun. If maybe someone has 3 badges, you could say that is a 3-star general, something like that, to motivate learners to learn more. So basically, that's how we can use badges. Thank you for listening. Please keep following for more tutorials. Thank you.